Hi, I'm Kate McGuire, a local realtor here in the Treasure Valley, also a podcast host, and I am so excited to be here today. I am so passionate about the Idaho Foodbank and the Backpack Buddy program, so I'm honored to be asked to host today. And I just wanted to share a story from my previous life. So in my previous life, I was a radio host. I hosted a morning show here in the Treasure Valley, and the semi behind me is a big part of that story. So when I first learned about the Idaho Foodbank and the Backpack Buddy program, I wanted to do something. I was motivated, having the power of being on a microphone every single morning with all these people listening. I was like, what can we do to fix this food insecurity problem that we have here in the Treasure Valley? And so I came up with this idea that I would live on the top of a semi for a week in hopes of filling the semi with enough food to give to the Idaho Foodbank. My whole goal was to fill one semi full of food. So I get my little tent, I got all sorts of community partners involved, and I lived on top of the semi, and it moved all over the Treasure Valley while I did. So every day I was in a different location, giving people access to come bring their non-perishable food items. So again, my goal was to fill one semi in 1 week. Well, at the end of the week, we had filled 5 semis. 5 semis, not 10, 5 semis. And so what that meant was basically it was a semi a day full of food that we were filling. And I'm not telling you this story to toot my own horn. I promise you, there was nothing glamorous about what I did. I smelled like a farm animal by the time I was done. I'll never forget that smell. And I was so cold because for some strange reason I picked December to do it. But the reason I'm telling you this story is because it shows the power of our community and what an amazing, generous community that we live in. It is absolutely astounding what we can do when we all get together and we donate. So if you're sitting there thinking, well, shoot, right now with our family budget, I don't have $25 a month to become a full backpack buddy in the full scale of it, but I have $5 or I have $1 that I can donate. Please donate. Please get online right now. Please pick up the phone and call. Donate that $1, because your dollar, along with your neighbor's dollar and my neighbor's dollar and the person that works at the coffee shop that we stop at every morning, the person that works at the gas station or the grocery store, all of us living here in the community, if we each donate what we can to our ability, we can make massive changes. It is crazy what we can do together. And I learned that through the power of living on top of a semi. I've seen it for myself. I lived it. I breathed it. It's amazing what we can do together. So I encourage you, don't be deterred based on, oh, I can't fill an entire semi, or I can't, provide a backpack every single week for the rest of the year. Okay, can you do a little today? Then please do. Filling the backpacks, filling the school pantries, that is what's going to make a difference in these kids' lives. And I always tell this story when people ask me, like, what was it that motivated me to become a backpack buddy, to become an ambassador for the Idaho Foodbank? I'm so passionate about it. I was reading an article in the Idaho Statesman, and I read the phrase food insecure, and I'd never heard that before, because I can't comprehend not knowing where my next meal is coming from, which is what food insecure means. A child doesn't know where they're going to eat again. And I was like, wait, what? In our world, in our community, this is happening? And instead of trying to fight it, I was just like, how do I fix it? Like, I want to jump in. I want to make a difference. And that's how I became a backpack buddy. And I encourage you to do it, because the visual that I had when I read about food insecurity was I pictured this little boy, and he was getting on the school bus at the end of the week. All the other kids are super excited. They can't wait to go home for the weekend. Yay, it's the weekend. And he is absolutely dreading it. And you know why? Because hungry kids don't like weekends. They don't like summer break. They don't like Christmas break, spring break, fall vacation, because they don't know when they're going to eat again. On a weekend, these kids are only thinking about how soon can Monday come. That's right. Kids that are hungry think that. They wish away the next 2.5 days because they don't know where their meal is coming from. Their tummies hurt. They can't sleep. Where at school, they're getting breakfast, they're getting lunches. They know where their next meal is coming from. Well, that's where the Backpack Buddy program comes in. It fills in that gap over the weekend. It helps out those families that don't have the ability to feed those kids over the weekend. They've got 2 lunches, 2 breakfasts, 2 dinners, 2 snacks, and a lot of the time these kids are feeding their siblings. They're helping out other family members. You know, these kids bring these backpack home, and it's not just for them. They're not just sitting there by themselves like, you know, we do with our Halloween candy. It's all mine. These kids are sharing with their other siblings, the other kids in the house that are hungry as well. That is how far our Backpack Buddy program goes. And like I said, it fills in that gap. And that little boy, suddenly he's not dreading the weekend anymore. He's not dreading those breaks because he's like, oh, I've got something to eat. Oh, that's right. I know I've got my backpack. I've at least got 2 breakfasts, 2 snacks, the whole thing in there, and it feeds him. He's sleeping better and he's behaving better. You know, I have a 3-year-old son, and I'm a new mom. I still say that. I know he's 3, but I'm learning as I go. And I always like to pick up from his cues. One of the biggest cues that I've learned from him is that when he's hungry, he is no fun at all. He's a hangry kid. He is truly my kid. He loves to eat. So I have started, you know, I ask, hey buddy, when he's acting up, are you hungry? Do you want a snack? And I have the privilege that I do not take for granted anymore of the fact that I can just walk to my pantry and I can get a snack for my kid. But I'm sharing this with you because kids act up. They don't behave well when they're hungry. Their tummies hurt. They're cramping. They're distracted by that. So think about that kid that's in your child's class, and maybe you're learning from the teacher. My kid keeps getting distracted, and there's this kid that's misbehaving. Well, the teachers and the counselors, along with working with the Idaho Foodbank, have figured out to ask those kids, hey, have you had breakfast today? Did you have dinner last night? Did you have something in your tummy today? And a lot of times the answer is no. So those counselors and those teachers that's where our breakfast program come in the school. Those kids need to eat so that they can focus, they're not disrupting the other kids, they can learn better. All of it plays into this big community aspect that we have. It starts with us giving to the food bank. It starts with us giving to the Backpack Buddy program, to the food pantries. I'm truly live here at the Idaho Foodbank. As you can tell, I'm standing next to a semi that just started up to go get full of food to bring back here to the Idaho Foodbank. So I'm gonna yell so that you can hear me, but really what I want to say is it's a community effort. You giving then goes into the Idaho Foodbank, but then they can disperse these backpacks, they can fill our school pantries. That food then goes to the families in need. Those kids are eating, they're sleeping better, they're behaving better, they're focusing better, they're becoming better humans. Food is so vital, and if we can give to those in need, it's so important. And it doesn't matter what amount you can give what you can. I promise it comes full circle. And one of the biggest things I always like to share too, because I heard this a lot when I was on the radio, was I don't want to help out those people that are taking advantage of the system. I can guarantee you there's no child that's taking advantage of the system. So I'm not going to let a kid go hungry based on the actions of their parents. I'm not even thinking about that. That little 5-year-old kid that I envision dreading the weekend, not wanting to go home, that's the kid that I'm focused on. That's who I want to help, and you can too by becoming a partner with the Idaho Foodbank. So I get so passionate about this. It is a miracle what we can do with the help of the Idaho Foodbank. They are truly our angels throughout the state of Idaho. So by giving today, by being a part of this in any which way that you can, you are making a difference. You are becoming an angel as well. And you know, I hate to say this, but in this world, especially the way we are today, you never know when you might be the one that's on the other end and might need assistance, and it's comforting to know the Idaho Foodbank is here. So let's be that community that gives. Let's help out, let's join in, let's do what we can. Little pieces all added together make for one big piece. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your time today. Thank you for tuning in. This is just an amazing thing that the Idaho Foodbank does. So thank you.